Hey, everybody. How are we today? Now, I know I have not recorded in an extremely long time, and I'm horrible. I know. I know. But I played this a little bit and it didn't record, so that's kind of a problem. So, I'm not sure if you've seen that water pool over there. It's got some machines running here and everything. I hope that I'm gonna get back to my regular schedule now that it's been like a few months and everything, but no promises. If you couldn't tell already, I actually got a new microphone over the holidays, so hopefully that's all good. So hopefully you remember what these machines do if you're like a noob to these mods. So I think today I want to get an alternative form of power, which is why I'm looking up these. There's water mills, which you can see they're pretty cheap, and there's solar panels, which are a little more expensive. You can kind of guess what they run on. Windmill runs on wind, which you basically have to put really high up in the sky, and it gets more power when it's raining as well. That's a nuclear reactor. We're not getting to that anytime soon at all, my friends. No. This is a geothermal generator, runs on lava. It's pretty cool. Not sure what these are. Probably Greg Tech, which I'm pretty sure I said I don't know much about. Jesus, thing eats up coal fast. So just macerating, doubling our ores. And I think today I've got a few things. I want to do more stuff with industrial craft and stuff with a new mod as well. So just let me know if the microphone setup is good, and if I'm like too loud or too quiet or whatever. So yeah, the first thing I want to do, I think, I may rearrange this, is make a new machine. So let me just collect this and that. And that machine is, should I say? Sure, why not? It is, also one thing I figured out is cracked sand can be turned into sand with water, which is why I put that water pool there, because I needed sand. And I forget why I needed sand, actually. Whatever, I'm sure we'll need sand at some point. I feel like it was glass. Did I want to put glass in the windows here? Possibly. But anyway, I want to make an extractor, which is another industrial craft machine. And what it does is it will basically triple our rubber output, which may sound like, whoa, triple. But that's like the normal thing you're supposed to do with rubber. And smelting is kind of like a bad kind of starter way to do it. So yeah, we're going to get rubber production really going. But this generator is not cutting it, so I think actually first I'm going to try and get an alternative generator here. Not sure what I should go for. And the other thing I want to do is make a bat box. And a bat box basically stores energy, because you saw the generator had a little internal buffer, which is the red thing, and RE batteries are portable ways of storing EU, which is the energy in industrial craft. And the bat box is pretty easy to make. It stores as much as 3 RE batteries, as you could guess. And it's a block form, so you can like put it under here and it'll store the energy. So we can like keep energy in a buffer and we won't waste, because any excess energy we generate is just wasted right now, because the generator, I think, keeps generating even when its buffer is full, which isn't good because that's wasteful. So we're gonna start storing energy. I'm saying way too much. So store energy, less waste. And I know I'm like kind of sound serious right now. I'm not being too particularly funny, and I hope it's not extremely boring. But there's just so much in this pack I want to explain. And I don't know. I mean, you guys might not be familiar with these mods. You can also see the recipes, like anything you can macerate. It's pretty much just ores. Well, you can macerate other things, but whatever. So yeah, I think I'll be right back after I do some smelting and get some more situated. So yeah. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to start working on this bat box, because I do not want to waste energy. So you saw we needed batteries, and I'm not sure if you've seen how to craft batteries. I don't think so. That sounded kind of weird, like, I don't think so. So anyway, this tin around redstone with a copper cable on top. 1, 2, 3 batteries. I don't know why I said 1, 2, 3 because I just shift click them. Like that's kind of the thing you would say if you're like 1, 2, 3, you know. And I don't even. Well, I guess I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. And I need some wooden planks. I'm sure you know how to make those. And we now have a bat box. Or now we do. So we are going to go set this up in our machines room. And we're going to store lots of awesome energy. And I think the sun is setting. No. Yes. I'll be right back once I'm either asleep or set this thing up. Alright, here we are back in our little machines workshop. And we're going to set up our bat box down here beneath this ugly piece of cobblestone. Oh no, there's going to be more ugly cobblestone. But whatever, we'll worry about OCD later. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it underneath the generator because things don't need a cable in between them. The generator will transfer directly to the bat box. Alright, I actually forgot about something very important. We're going to need a new type of metal, bronze. Which, if you know anything about real life, bronze is an alloy made from copper and tin, like so. And why does that only give me 1 bronze? That's supposed to give me 4 bronze. That might be like GregTech nerfing something, because they like to do that. So I might just spawn in more, because I know I'm supposed to get more from like, for vanilla industrial craft. And you can, yes, that's correct to say vanilla industrial craft is just like, you know, plain industrial craft without add-ons, because GregTech is an add-on to industrial craft. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna spawn in the extra because I should get 16 from this, but I'm only gonna get 4. So that's like, whoa, big difference. Or should I spawn it in? I don't really know. Yeah, I think I will. Although I don't really need 16. I feel weird about spawning it in, but alright, you know what, I'm gonna do it. If you guys like really mind that, because I know it's a config option and you can like change it, and I don't think you can like make it so that the crafting recipe gives you like 64, but I think it's like 1 to 4. But yeah, I'm just gonna give myself more. So I think I should get 8 from that. So that's 6. Let's get 8. So just let me know in the comments if you guys didn't like that. But I'll change that in the config and I won't have to do it again. So yeah. So why I need this bronze is to make a wrench. And something you should know, there's a whole lot of wrenches in FTB. Well, not that many, but there's a lot of wrench type things anyway. And later, if our inventory starts filling up with wrenches, we'll want to get an Omni wrench. But you make a wrench like this. Now, there's 2 primary purposes for an industrial craft wrench. One is to rotate machines, which is what we're going to be using it for right now. The other is to move machines, because I'm not sure if I said it, but if you just break it with a pick or something, it turns back into just a regular machine block. So you need to right-click with a wrench to pick it up. But we're just going to want to rotate, because I'm not sure if this bat box is going to face the right way. So when I place it down here, you can see, there's a reason I placed it that one above, that it has that little brown dot face just on one side. And that side is the output. So energy can come in from any side except that side. But if you connect it to cables, energy stored in the thing will only come out that side. So you can see I was able to rotate it and then break it. So we're going to put it here. And obviously we're going to want the output to be that way, like facing the cable. So you can see, I'm not sure if it's connected already. It is. So I didn't really need the wrench, but trust me, that is a very good thing to have, even if we're not using it right now. And it's a good tool in industrial craft. And probably later we can make an electrical wrench, but so that thing stores 40,000 EU, I think. Yeah, which is actually a time of 4 batteries. I guess you get a bonus for putting it into a block. So yeah, we'll just have a little buffer of energy. And the generator creates 10 EU per tick, and I believe both the furnace and the macerator use 2 per tick. So every tick we're getting in excess of 6. But then when the generator stops running, they start running on that buffer. But the generator itself doesn't have a huge buffer, so I'm guessing there's some that was wasted, like before the generator stops running. So I think I might want to make an extractor now. Yeah, I think that sounds like a good idea. So I'll be right back once I have the resources required for that. Actually, I believe that there's something I want to do before I make an extractor. And that is something from a brand new mod called Buildcraft. And Buildcraft adds pipes. And now I'm actually remembering this is why I wanted the glass. So yeah, thinking ahead, and I forgot. So basically how these pipes work is items will move through them. And this is great for automating things, so you don't have to do it manually. And items can just move through the pipes. But the cobblestone pipes just let items move through them if they're already coming in. And to get items out of an inventory, then we're going to need a wooden pipe, which is basically the same recipe except with wood instead of cobblestone. So I think we're going to make that right now. All right, so wood. Whoops, wrong place. Wood and glass. So yes, wooden pipes. Now, this might get a little confusing here, but Buildcraft also has its own form of energy. It's not really electricity, it's like mechanical energy, not as opposed to Industrial Craft, which is like true electricity. And you can see there's a whole bunch of pipes here. So we'll probably get into some of those later game, but right now I think these are the only 2 we're going to need to worry about. And not all of those are part of vanilla Buildcraft. I'm not sure what it is. It might be additional Buildcraft pipes or additional Buildcraft objects or something like that. And it's some kind. What is that? I don't even know. But that's not really helpful because there's no modded items in there, so we can't really tell what mod it comes from. But whatever, it doesn't matter right now. So what was I talking about? Right. So a lot of those pipes come from some sort of Buildcraft add-on. So as I was saying, Buildcraft has its own type of energy, and wooden pipes need this energy. And they're not the only pipes that need the energy, but they're the cobblestone ones don't need energy because the wooden pipes need energy to like pull out of an inventory. And I don't mean like you might think of inventories as like the thing that you opens when you press E, but any like furnace or macerator or something like that has an inventory. Like it stores items, basically a chest. Anything that can store items. So we're gonna need some engines and there's many types of engines. Not as many types of engines as there are pipes. So you can see a few. We're gonna go with redstone engine right now, but you can see there's quite a few. Redstone engines are basically like the free energy, but they produce very little energy, but wooden pipes use very little energy. So they all follow basically the same crafting recipe format as you just saw there. There's like gears around a piston, which are like glass, and then like 3 things. And gears are just crafting items from Buildcraft. They don't do anything by themselves. So you just use them to make stuff, and there's different tiers. So you can see there's the wooden gears here. And you can upgrade the wooden gears to stone, then to iron, then to gold, then to diamond, if you want to get really fancy. Excuse me. So I think we're going to make that right now. And wooden gears are actually made out of sticks, strangely enough. So you can see it's just in this pattern here, because we're going to need 2. Then we're going to need to make a piston, I believe. Let's see if I have the stuff for that. Well, I'll be right back once I have the items required to do everything, so you don't have to watch me craft. Alright, laying in the full recipe. Piston, gears, glass, and finally, 1, 2, 3 wooden planks. And we have got ourselves a redstone engine. Now these will just run on redstone energy. I'm pretty sure I said that. So you can just put like a redstone torch or even just a lever next to it, and they'll just produce power infinitely. and they'll charge up and produce more power, but they won't get past the red stage. It'll go blue, then green, then yellow, then orange, then red. Or I think the top is flashing between orange and red. Is flashing. And they can get to red, but that is only if they're not powering anything. If they're receiving power and they're not hooked up to anything, then they'll start building up excess power and turn red, in which case they'll actually explode. And they produce a relatively small explosion, but some more powerful engines will create much bigger explosions. So what I want to automate here with Buildcraft pipes is my ore processing. So I want to put dusts directly into a macerator, or ores into a macerator, and the dusts will go into the furnace. Now, I'm not going to have any sort of auto ores going into the macerator and then dust or ingots coming out of the furnace just yet. So really, this isn't horribly useful. It's just because we're just like eliminating one step. But it's kind of fun to do, and I'm stuck on this pipe here, and it's showing you guys something kind of new and cool-ish. I mean, if you're part of the modding world already, this is like the most basic thing you could possibly do. So that's a problem. Most inventories are sided, so I have the wooden pipe there because it needs to pull out of the right slot. But I don't want that to connect. When Buildcraft pipes connect to two things, it'll just go a random way. And if they try to go into an inventory that's full, they'll just fall out of the pipe and fall into the ground, which is not good. So we actually have something we can do, and it's a new type of pipe called a sandstone pipe. And I think you can guess how to make that. And that's going to require a lot of sand because, sandstone is for sand. So I'll be right back once I have enough sandstone for that. Alright, so here we are about to make a sandstone pipe. Now basically what sandstone pipes do is they're like cobblestone pipes, except they do not connect to any sort of inventory whatsoever. So we can just run it over the top of that macerator without it connecting back into it. And obviously we're going to want a cobblestone pipe to go into the top of the electric furnace because, we want it to go into the inventory. Alright, sorry about that right there. So sandstone pipe, you can see it does not connect to the inventory, and it won't. And then cobblestone pipe above the electric furnace. So now, once we activate that redstone engine, things will get pulled out of the macerator, travel through the wooden pipe, travel through the whole pipe system, and into the electric furnace. So even though it's just that one little step, it's the first thing we're automating, and automation is a huge theme in this pack, so it's a pretty monumental step. So, yeah. As I said, there were 5 things I think I want to do today, and most of them have to do with industrial craft, but there was obviously that little Buildcraft thing there. So, the first thing I was actually talking about was making an extractor, but I'm going to put that off even more because I want to create a better form of energy, but I'm still not sure if I want to do water mill or solar panel. And I'm pretty sure those things combined will use 4 EU per tick. And solar panels produce a measly 1 EU per tick. But it's free, but they're expensive. So I don't really know. I mean, I need 4 solar panels to run those full time. I'm not running them full time. I mean, I think 1 might be enough. I don't think I'm running them more than a quarter of the time, because our bat box will store some of it. I think 1, maybe 2 would be good. Because water mills you have to do manually, and we like automation. And there are ways to automate water mills. Because what's kind of weird is, well, you can put them in water, but they would produce even less energy than solar panels. But they're cheap, so you could put a lot of them. But I don't know. Actually, I don't even know if they do that anymore. I know they used to. But the best way to get energy out of them is by putting water buckets there are other ways of storing liquid, like cells or cans or stuff like that. Just putting water basically into them, and then they produce, I think it's only 1, but then again, they're cheaper, but then they're not automated. So I'm just going to think about which one I want to do, and then I'll be right back to craft one. Alright, I've decided that I'm going to go with some solar panels. I might just do one, but if I see if it's really insufficient, I'll do two. So I'm just cooking up some refined iron there. If you remember, that's just iron smelted. And I need that to make, stuff. So I'll be right back once that smelts. So I'm going to make some more iron furnaces here because you need iron furnaces to make generators. So hopefully you guys remember how to do them. They're pretty cheap. So I think I need some rubber right now because I need to make a battery to get a generator. So I guess I need to go put sticky resin into my electric furnace. So I'll be right back once I do that. All right, just getting the last piece of rubber here, and we are good to go. All right, I'm back here. And so right now, as I was saying earlier, there's a couple things I want to do. So I think, I was working on solar panels. I completely forgot. I was like, yeah. So solar panels, I need electronic circuits for that. So let me just adjust my microphone here. This is so weird, like recording with a microphone. I mean, this is the first time I'm doing it. So electronic circuits, if you don't remember, they're refined iron, which I don't seem to have, but I can go check, see if that is right. I think my voice broke there. If you couldn't hear me, I was like, right, but I said it like that, but it wasn't quite like that. Ow. Well, at least my hunger's full. Like, oh, I'm hungry. What will I ever do? Commit suicide. It solves all your problems. And in Minecraft, it does. I mean, I wonder if the suicide rate is higher in real life or in Minecraft. I mean, in Minecraft, it happens quite a lot, because, like, people are just like, oh, I'm low on hunger and health and dying and lost and dead and stuff. So, I thought I had a stone pick. I had an, well, that's not a stone pick. I mean, I could have sworn I did. There it is. Okay, so anyway, getting over that little not really disaster. Was I doing anything here? You know what? I haven't shown you like this little doodly wop in action here, which I probably should. Do I have any ores? I do not. So my New Year's resolution, I guess, for this is I'm going to try and get back into my schedule. It's part of my New Year's resolution here. And hopefully I can be more entertaining. I know I'm not right now, but I'm just kind of like, saying what I'm doing and stuff, I mean, I can be kind of funny, but I don't want to, like, force it. I mean, sometimes, like, humor in, thingies, like, videos seems really forced. And that kind of humor just doesn't make me laugh. Like, I don't know. I mean, a lot of, like, the really popular YouTubers who are, like, they're comedians, and I need power. So yeah, refined iron, but I'm not gonna have enough to make it. Sun is pretty decent in the sky. I love how I don't even use the door, and like when I put in like glass thingies there, it'll just be kind of like a nuisance. Like, ugh, why did I ever put these windows in? I just want to jump through the windows, and yeah. I felt like I was going to say something there. I don't know what. I had a spark of inspiration for a precious second. I'm like burning through coal here. Like literally. Because, you burn it. Get it? It's funny. Oh, wait. You know what? It's not funny. That was a weird noise. Yeah. So we need power and refined iron. So unless I think of something else to say, I'll be right back with those items in question. Where is the coal? I think I forgot it. I think I split the stack and then I forgot it. There's got to be a way to turn off. I mean, you never know when you might want a latest death thing. Wait, what? I always hit new waypoint. I don't always do that. I've never done that. Or have I? Probably have. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I must be losing my mind. I said losing my mind way too much lately, which probably means that I am losing my mind. So, if the next time the videos stop, just, like, if there's another break, just assume I'm in an insane asylum. Just assume. It's not necessarily true. I mean, assumptions aren't always right, but I'd say that would be a pretty safe one to make. And that is my cat, who just climbed on top of my chair. So, yeah. That's all the refined iron. Actually, I need twice that because I want to make 2 solar panels. Actually, oh wait, these are generators, not iron furnaces. So, yes, that much refined iron. That much. Exactly. Wait, what? I thought the sun set that way. Sun sets in the west. I think that's what happens. I don't really remember. But I know it's not the north or south, so that narrows it down a bit. Do I have enough rub? I don't know if I have enough rub. In fact, I don't have enough rub. I don't even know why I'm calling it rub. It reminds me of shrub. Like, those are shrubs over there. Wait, I could have sworn I saw shrubs. I was about to say I'm definitely going crazy, but here are the shrubs. But they're in this direction. How come they're just kind of like a little gathering of shrubs over here and they're not like spread out? They just come in little gatherings. Well, I guess that makes sense. Like their seeds just kind of spread in this little area. But yeah, we're going to tap some trees. Did I get it? Yep. Oh, dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it. Poop. Poop and a half. Poop and 3/4. I didn't really want to cook all my iron into refined iron. But that's just how absent-minded I am. Okay. Just think, when I have an extractor, I'll have triple the rubber. It made me think of something that really annoys my friend. But I think it kind of makes sense, even though it really doesn't. So it's kind of like a little riddle. If you think you can solve it, like pause the video after I say it and put it in the comments. And I mean, you could. I can't really stop you. Like, just wait for like after I say it, and then like put it in the comments just so you get it right. But I don't really know what the point of it is. I'm not gonna like give you $1 million for getting it right. So I mean, I'm not even gonna like get really excited at you. It's like oh, I got it right. Yeah. And honestly, the answer is kind of obvious, but I want to see if you actually know why it's the answer, because that's the doozy here. So I have a bat box. I kind of forgot. Hello, my good bat box, and that thing is gonna fill up fast. In the new versions of Industrial Craft, there's something after bat box and before the MFE, which is the next tier in this current version. But the MFE is just so sunsetting that it's so yes, it's very sunsetting indeed. It's really expensive. It's not really expensive, but it's so much more expensive than the bat box. And like the bat box isn't that good, so you kind of like need something before you can get like the resources required for an MFE. Did I even find diamonds? No, I didn't. Yeah, you need diamonds for an MFE. You need 4 diamonds, which in the general scope isn't that much, but for when you really feel like you need it, it's not that much. Trust me on that one. Right. So, geez, I've found a lot to talk about here. I really want to get all of my goals done, but I've only done 2, and like we're already probably like 25 minutes in, if not more. What am I even doing? I was making copper cables. Right. Doop 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 doop. Here we go. Shablam kablam. And right, I was making electronic circuits. Okay, I am low on redstone. yeah, I showed you guys tiny piles, right? The thing about tiny piles, I guess it kind of makes sense that you do, but, I need twice that. Whatever, I'll just make 2 for now. That's 1 solar panel's worth. It kind of makes sense because, like, the tiny piles, you can get tiny piles from certain things, and you want to craft them back into dust. And it just kind of makes sense that you can turn them back into tiny dust. It just feels weird, like it's such a permanent crafting recipe, but it's so pointless. There's nothing you can, I'm pretty sure there's nothing you can do with tiny dust. So, once you craft them, it's not, like, detrimental. Okay. So, you can hear my cats fighting in the background, which probably isn't optimal, but I don't actually have enough. But, yes, you can macerate coal, and no, you can't smelt it and double it, which would be pretty cool, but no. It kind of doesn't make sense. It's only for ingots. But what you can do is get 1 coal dust per thing. And coal dust is used for a couple things. But right now, it is going to be used for solar panels. I don't know if it's supposed to be some sort of ingredient in photovoltaic cells. And yes, I admit that I only said photovoltaic cells just to sound smart. But whatevs. And that. And that. Right. I also need glass. And I got this cracked sand to turn into sand. And I have a bucket. I do. So we are on our way to a solar panel. And don't really need to show anything more on camera, so I'll be right back. How does my inventory manage to get so full when playing FTB? I've just got junk in my trunk. Because I totally have a trunk. Totally. I am, like, loaded with trunks. Well, if I was loaded with trunks, I'd be set. But, because I'd love to be loaded with trunks right now, because my startup disk is almost full. That actually makes sense, because then I'd have more storage for that, too. So, I just need junk in my trunk, or, no, I don't need more junk in my trunk. I need more trunks to put my junk in. Gotten so long, so, yeah, this is way longer than I wanted to make it, but whatevs. I know this is longer than most of my videos, but this is like twice as long, if not more, than most of my videos. And I don't know. I try and make the FTB videos like 25 minutes, 30 max, but I definitely went over 30. But that is fine, because we are just going to make a solar panel, and we're going to then end. So we're going to make 2 solar panels, actually, and I'll start setting them up tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, next time I play, which is probably next week, I guess, because, it's like weekly FTB. So let's just do that, and I'm supposed to put 2 glass there, and I'm totally failing everything right now, and you reverse this. I think it would make more sense if there was, like, more glass on top than more coal dust on top. Because, it's like glass on top. It's not like a dusting of coal on top. It's, like, glassy on top. But anyway, we have 2 solar panels. So there are a bunch of things I wanted to get to this episode that I unfortunately did not. But I got 3 out of the 5 things done, which isn't horrible. But we'll do those immediately next episode, and I'll put these solar panels to use, and I'll demonstrate that piping system that I built but never used. And I'm going to build a new tool from Industrial Craft, a new mining tool to be specific, and if you're familiar with Industrial Craft, you probably know what it is. All right, guys, I'll see you later.